once again it's on. We are here in the historical west end of Atlanta at Vegan Dream Donuts, and I am your host, Ross Ises. This is my dear brethren.
Sinsear, everybody's family.
Yes, indeed, and this is
Think Champs.
Yes, indeed, we here. Give thanks, my brother.
Peace, brother. How you feel?
Aboard, man. I'm thankful, man. Every day we rise, man.
Yeah,
no
doubt.
How you feeling, my brother?
Man, better than good, man. Every day above ground is a great one for me.
That's what I'm talking about. Uplifting sound, uplifting vibes. We're about to build with y'all tonight on a beautiful topic, which is called Black Love. Yeah, we all need it. We all should be passing it around and giving it away, because love is free. You're supposed to give it away. Don't tax nobody for love. Give it away, because we need it. You know what I mean? And it's a healing. You go to the hospital and you check your people, because you should be doing that. Check your people if they're in the hospital and show them love, because remember, love is the healing. You know? And that would brighten up their vibration and give them more strength just by showing love, you know? That's what happens when people are in hospitals. You see, like, the family members would all come, you know what I mean, and pray over the person and show them love, because that energy is a healing. We take for granted the power of love, you know what I'm saying, and the healing properties of love. You have people out there right now going through certain illnesses and pains in their body just because of their heart aching of love. You know what I mean? I had a brother one time, had trouble getting out the bed one morning, you know? Couldn't even really pull himself out the bed. He had to roll out the bed, like literally just roll his body slowly till he fell out the bed because his body wouldn't move. Finally reached the doctor's office. The doctor checked his whole body and realized he was not in no physical harm, pain, right? Asked him a simple question. Are you going through any love loss, any heartache? He said, I just divorced my wife after 14 years.
It's crazy.
You know?
The
doctor told him, you have to let that go, it's going to kill you.
That's facts.
It's going to kill him. You know what I mean? And this is the things that we don't realize, how deep and sentimental love is into our heart, and it travels through our bloodstream, travels through our body, to the point as our body could even ache. We'll get headaches, you know what I mean? Hunger. Some people don't even eat. Some people eat obesely because of love.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So the effects that these things take on people, we got to realize that the power of this thing is powerful. But when you use it in its purity, you know what I mean, what it's really used for, it becomes the energy.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? And I love the energy of love. It's like one of the most beautiful things because it goes around. It doesn't stop. You know what I mean? So like if you pass love to someone, someone else shows love to you. And it goes on, and that person shows love to that person. So it's an energy of chain of love, you know? Just like when you say in the morning to someone, you say, good morning. That good morning energy passes on to that person to lift them up, and they have to think within themselves, it is a good morning. I have a lot to be thankful for. You know what I mean? So the good sound, the good vibration of love is what lifts us up. You know what I mean?
And it's a high vibration, man. It's one of the highest.
The truth and right.
So when you speak love, when you show love, when you express love, there's an undertaking that happens.
True.
Yeah. So you have to give it and give it freely.
True.
Like I know my connection with you is always a great vibe.
For real.
So it's a smile before I even get here.
For real. Just to know that we gonna make a connected vibe.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. It's so true.
Yeah.
And that's genuine. There's nothing we have to look like we got to pay for. Because, see, most people, I realize in this time, feel that love is something you have to pay for.
Right.
You ain't give me nothing, you don't love me. You ain't give me nothing.
Right.
You don't love me. Or you give me something, or you love me, don't you?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So love becomes of a physical thing which you're giving to people, but that's not real love.
So then what happens when you don't have to give it?
See that? So now it becomes like you don't love me.
Right.
You don't show me love anymore. Why? Because I'm not giving you nothing? You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But the reality is I'm giving you love by giving you attention.
No doubt.
The attention is the love. People forget that attention is love, because you don't have to put your attention in anything. But once you have the attention and of loving someone, you put your full intentions in it, that's the love. People forget that whole reality of it is, if I intend to give you something to drink and you was thirsty. That's love.
No doubt.
I didn't have to give you nothing to drink. I could let you stay thirsty. You know what I mean? But my intentions to make sure your thirst was quenched, that's a form of love. You know what I mean? And it didn't cost anything to do that. It was a thought. You know what I mean? So that's what we want to get our people to think and love again. Thinking about people. Think about your family. You know you have sisters. We all got sisters and brothers, right? So if your sister was out there hungry, right, you make sure she eat. Right? If your brother needed to get somewhere and you know he needed to get there, you'll make sure he get there because your brother. That's the same form of love we have to carry throughout every day, everyone we meet, because that love is free. You can't limit your love just because it's my family, I know you like that.
Right.
That's not a real love again.
No
You
doubt.
know what I'm saying? Because it's not genuine, it's not coming from your heart. To me, I realized that this is how you know you're ugly. You know you're ugly when you don't do it from your heart. That's your ugliness right there. You didn't do it from your heart, that's very, very ugly.
Oh, man, so if you think about it with wealth, a lot of what I do as a poet is to make words have meanings and to remind people of what the meaning of certain words are.
True,
right?
True.
So I made love an acronym.
Yes, sir. Give thanks.
Living on valuable energy.
Break it down.
That's exactly what we're talking about. So if you look at love, living on valuable energy, LOVE.
Living on valuable energy.
Absolutely.
Yes,
that's
sir.
your own. That could be transmitted. You could be the owner of it, and you could be in line to receive it, and you can perpetuate it. So I also have one for wealth. Right?
See it. Well,
holistic empowerment, allowing love through healing.
Oh, that's deep. That's a beautiful one. Holistic
empowerment, allowing love through healing. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's real wealth.
Yeah, and that's word, sound, and power, because it gives the sound power, because true wealth is not money. True wealth is your health, your well-being. True wealth is actually your joy.
Right.
Joy is a wealth. You know what I mean? People lost their wealth because they're not joyful.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Right.
To be full of joy is a wealth. You know what I mean? They try to take that for granted, but that's major. You know what I mean? That actually gives you more life. You know, and also wealth is not just material, it's also what you really value. You know what I mean? Like, to me, value to me would be family. You know what I mean?
Right.
I wouldn't value money over my family. You know what I'm saying? Nothing in this world would be more valuable to me than my family on this plane other than the Almighty.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But once we realize the true value of love and these things here, we'll realize, okay, well, it starts from a foundation, you know? The foundation of love is really respect. They both go together. Because how do you get respect? You got to give it.
Right.
How do you get love? You have to give it.
You got to give it.
So they both hand in hand. In order to get respect, you have to get love. You have to give love to get respect. They both balance together to our balance, but we have been taught that if you're not giving me nothing, you don't love me. You know what I'm saying? We don't forget the true value of love is you have to give it to get it.
Where's my stuff to say that you love me?
Yes, indeed. It's like right now we living in a time what they call Valentine's Day.
Right.
So right now, you know how many people are upset because someone didn't give them a gift and show them they didn't love them? You know what I mean? But every day that person checked on them, still made sure they got to work, made sure things was going on for them all that year. But that wasn't true love to them.
Right.
Because they value in the material thing.
Stress.
It's like, okay, I need this material item. You ain't get that from me. You ain't really love me. He loved me more. How you love? Because he gave you a bigger teddy bear but it made of roses? Is that the true love?
Right.
But this man been putting in work for you, making sure he check on you, making sure even your own children that ain't even his is taken care of.
Taking care of everything that's supposed to matter.
Oh man, let me show you. Can I show you a great love?
Yeah. Talk to me.
This is a beautiful love. Yeah, listen to this love, right? This is a true unconditional love to me, right? Stepmothers and stepfathers. You want to talk about them for a minute?
Yeah.
They need love, man. They need respect too, you know?
Yeah, man, big.
Because Stepmothers and stepfathers, they really stepped it up
Yeah.
in the children's life. You know, made sure the children got to school, made sure they got Christmas gifts if they celebrated that, and all the holidays was fulfilled. Made sure they got school clothes.
Right.
These were the even breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
No doubt.
Step parents stepped it up and made sure that was done.
Yeah.
Every day.
Right. Stepped into that position and filled that gap with love.
But now people see him as, you know, step on.
Right.
Step on it. Step daddy will step on you.
Right.
Step mama will step on you. But they don't realize the value that these people hold in children's lives to bring them together in a whole completeness.
Right.
Because again, we're speaking of unconditional love. Unconditional love to me is being able to love someone that's not biologically your own like it's your own. That's our unconditional love. That's what a mother, stepmother, and stepfather holds. That unconditional, true value of love in the core of family. We forget that though. Because, you know, we got a guy out there saying he got a couple of girls, he's just hitting it. You know what I'm saying? He coming through the girl house, seeing her. She got children, he ain't care about that.
Right.
Are they asleep? Okay, I'll be over there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the guy I just want to come over. But now the stepfather is like, hold on, can we go out to the ball game and we take the youth out?
Right.
That's valuable.
Stepping up,
spending time.
Right.
That's valuable. You know what I'm saying? Quality time, making sure these youth are taught, making sure they get studies, you know what I'm saying? Making sure they get an extra curriculum. Maybe they need to be going to a game or something, or after school activities. Somebody had to step it up.
Yeah.
When children still need to get there and get to be professionals who they want to be in the future, somebody got to step it up.
No doubt, man. Shout out to my step pops.
You know,
like for me, family is family, man. And
yes, indeed. Big up, step pops. Hold on.
Like it resonates, man. What you were saying with me, because my pops wasn't there naturally. My biological pop.
Yes, it did.
So for my step pops to step in and take on the family and show what a man was.
Right, that's a value.
Yeah, that's valuable.
That's a value.
You made the decision to
so
step in
many
and
children
do that.
now are missing that value of even being able to know what a man is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not what a man shouldn't be,
right,
but what a man is.
Right.
That's a valuable thing, you know, because even the same situation, me too. My mother, you know, my father had me, but then my stepfather stepped it up, made my mother a wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight and honest woman.
She's already honest.
Yeah, no doubt.
Mama never lies. She don't
no
steal. She don't rob. You know what I mean? Our bills was paid.
Word,
you know what I mean?
Word.
We lived in apartments and the carpet was flush. It was about this thick.
Yeah,
Mama didn't play
doubt.
when it came to house.
Oh, I love it,
you
man.
know what I'm saying? But
I love it. They always hold it down, though,
always
right?
do.
Always.
But you know, that was the value. Because see, to me, you didn't value the woman because of what she looked like. She got a nice body and her stomach flat.
Yeah.
You value the woman how she took care of children.
Principles, values.
How them children look? Because all the women online, you know y'all got children, right? A bunch of y'all got children. We ain't seeing the babies, though. How them babies looking?
Right.
Are they well taken care of? Because that shows me a good mother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Them youth taken care of.
Yeah.
No matter even if they ain't got new clothes, them clothes clean.
Right.
Are they pressed? Or are you spending more time in the mirror on these people fake heads?
On the sink.
On the sink. You know what I'm saying? Instead of in the kitchen, making sure these children are getting what they need properly each day. That shows me the value of a good woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Always have. And my mom was that type of woman. She ain't play. She was fly anyway. My mom made every clothes she wore. You know what I'm saying? From all the way up to down, everything she made. You know what I'm saying? Curtains, blinds, creative. Right? But my point is, it took the stepfather now to step it up. You know what I'm saying? And what he did was he married her, made her whole, completed. Been married over 25 years until my mom passed. You know
that's beautiful, man.
But the point I'm making is that the unity, brethren. Yeah. Oh my gosh, listen. When two people come together, right?
Right.
That's unity, right?
No doubt.
So they building, right? That means whatever they had, they're going to have more.
No doubt.
They're not going to lose anything because they unify. But if they separate now, half going this way and half going this way, you know, But if they stay together, all that ain't going nowhere.
Right.
So
that's the real peace sign, by the way, people.
Right.
That's the real peace sign. Not this, it's this.
Connected.
Absolutely.
So my point is saying that staying together for 25 years and beyond, they never lost anything. They only gained.
Oh, I love it.
So they started with a little apartment. They started with 1 car. They have 2 houses. They have 4 cars. They have businesses. You know what I mean? They have an upstairs and a downstairs. They got a washer and a dryer and a deep freezer.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't even drink soda. Soda's piled up. Toilet tissue piled up.
Right.
Excess amount of toothpaste.
Resources.
Deodorant numberless. You can count how many. You bust a fridge. Bust a cabinet and everything full.
Right.
You have to move stuff to get the stuff. Let me just take this down because I can't find what I'm looking for.
Right.
I know what's in here.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the original way that we lived. You know what I mean? We gained, we built. Still go there now. My toys still there. My childhood toys still there.
Wow. So everything's still intact.
Intact.
Yeah.
Because of the unity.
Right.
Because of them staying together, they build. See, we forgot the value of sticking it out.
Yeah.
See, people think, oh, it ain't going right, and bad vibes.
So I'm just gonna quit.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just gonna quit.
Give up.
It's crazy,
you know what I'm saying?
man.
But the reality is, it's only gonna make you stronger.
Yeah, man, I've been there until I had to learn, man.
Mm-hmm.
To get in this space now, man, to be, I'm privileged to be married to the wife that I'm married to.
Give thanks for life.
And shoot, man, you were describing a woman, man, and that depicts everything that I love about my wife.
Give thanks.
Shoot, man, I got off the road handling business, man. I had 45 minutes to get here, and in 45 minutes, my wife prepared a meal for me to have something to eat before I come and connect with you, brother.
See what I'm saying?
So that right there is more valuable than anything that she could ever buy me. It's about her intentions
and that energy.
Right.
You know, and that make it better. There's no food better than home cooked food.
No doubt.
I ain't care what restaurants you go at. Most people ain't even burping now. They forgot what a burp feel like. I promise you. You know what I mean? Because they eating home cooked food again.
Right.
Food that's gonna set in your stomach. You know what I mean? And settle you down. All the food is rush. They wonder why people ain't got no time for nothing.
Yeah, no doubt.
Food is too fast.
Yeah, that's it.
You gotta slow down the whole energy of the food and the vibration so you can feel the love in food. It takes time. You know, when we was growing up, you go in the kitchen, you try to grab something, you get your hand popped. You know what I'm saying? It ain't done yet.
Right. We gotta make it with love. It's a process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it takes time.
Yeah.
You can go in there and say, Grandma, I want something to eat now.
Right.
Go sit down.
Right.
I'll let you know when it's ready. You know what I mean? And it was simple. You had to literally go find something to do until it was ready.
Until it was time.
You know what I mean? And now at the same time now, it's like people don't have time to wait because they figure saying they missing something.
Yeah.
But the real thing is time don't exist. The moment does.
Oh, man.
You know?
Oh, man, say that again, man. We got to hold that.
Time don't exist. The moment does.
Yeah.
You mess around and watch the time and you'll miss every moment.
Oh, man.
You know? Watching the time.
Oh, that's big.
Yes, sir. So we got to stay focused on the moments, enjoying these moments, what life provides for us, you know, and it's love in these moments that we really need to be sharing. Peace and blessings.
No doubt, man. And to add to that, man, I want to stick to that moment for a minute.
Yes, indeed.
What does time really matter with no purpose? With no love?
With no love, it's true.
Does the time matter?
No, it really don't. It's wasted time.
Absolutely.
Speak on that. I love that. That's
our top commodity. Our top commodity. So we have to make sure that we fill this time with some love, fill it with some purpose, man. My life is a whole lot better now that I find out what that little 4-letter word, love, is all about.
Right, yes indeed. It makes sense.
Yeah. Now that energy that I get up with, it can spread throughout the day. Man, that fills me.
True.
So that fills me. So based on the conversation that we were having earlier, man, now that's time spent on purpose.
True.
Quality conversation, quality connection with my brethren.
True. It's always quality.
You know, that's big.
That's the major thing because we always are in the moment because we are moment vibrational people. You know what I'm saying? We dwell in the moment. You know what I mean? We live for the moment. Most people live for the time. We live for the actual moment. Yes, indeed. So yeah, the moment is very important. Like this moment we sharing with you here, this moment now. Right. And I'm thankful because at the end of the day, this moment that we sharing is also your moment. Your moment where you can go into yourself and ask yourselves these very questions. Am I loving others as much as I want them to love me? Right. You know? That should be the moment that you need to be having, because at the end of the day is you really can't expect no one to love you if you haven't given love. You first have to give it in order to receive it. So we have to really go into ourselves mentally and figure out, hold on, when I see my brothers and sisters, am I giving them love, or am I just expecting something from people? And that's the problem. We're expecting love, but we're not giving. Right. So true love is to be given, not to just be expected. You know what I mean? And that's the reality. My brother Sinsear is also an author, you know, and he's an author on love. And I'm thankful to have him here to even break down some facts and reality about love the way he see it and the way we should see it too, because it's really a reality. The brother did a lot of studies, and what about how many years?
Oh man, 15 years. Ooh. 15 years it took me to put out this literature. And the 30 Love Laws, man, is just all about us understanding how to go within to get everything that we need that's on the outside of us. Deep. Right, so you were talking about respect a little bit earlier, man, and that's a part of the process. Like that's one of the laws, man. Like you gotta give it to get it. Like it's that old adage, it's that old saying that if I'm trying to get money, if I'm trying to get anything that we perceive to be valuable, if I'm in this position, can you put anything into that hand?
I see. Can you put anything into that? No, nothing.
Right, so from this space, I can't give or I can't receive unless I open up, right?
Right, I feel that.
That's exactly how that love thing operates. And just like I said earlier, there's an acronym for love, which is living on valuable energy. That's the energy that you have, and that's the energy that you have access to. So it's all about opening yourself up to give and actually giving you a blueprint. How does that happen?
Okay.
Like if you look in the dictionary, it's a very simple dictionary definition for the word love. And in most sources, they strictly focus on the emotional element of love.
That's true.
Which is the lowest element of their vibration.
That's true. Really, the emotional side, yeah.
Because emotion does this, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't have something to streamline it, you're in trouble.
That's deep. That's true. That is so true.
Which lands us right where we are with relationships today. Divorce, people saying I'm out of here, separations and all of that good stuff, man. But I'm blessed to be in a great relationship with my wife based on these principles here. Right? So I had to do some work to get there.
So speak on the principles some more.
Let us
know more about the
principles. So for instance, one of the principles is the emotional element.
Okay.
That's one of them.
Okay.
But you have to have something else that's going to allow you to continue that over a long period of time. Like if you live 100 years, that's a drop in the bucket. Right?
Sure.
But when you have this love thing going, you can miss 100 years. Focus on that LOVE. Focus on that LOVE. So what am I saying? Like if you have a great relationship in your life, time passes just like that.
True. I can see what you're saying. What else?
You see what I mean? I've known my wife now for going on, a year and change short of a decade. And I consistently have to ask myself, have we really been together for that long?
True.
But we actually have, man. And it's a creator sent connection. So one of the other elements outside of the emotional element that me and the wife have is the friendship element.
That's beautiful. Yeah, the friendship is
the friendship element.
Yes, indeed. So you became friends before you became anything else. You were both friends first.
No doubt. We're friends. You see, based on the intimacy, like you get into a thing to where like it's all about love, but the friendship element says, okay, let me make sure that I like you. See, friends can get away with certain things that your mate can't.
That's true. I see what you're saying.
Right? So now when you have a friend and you have a mate and your husband and wife, that's another piece of thread that ties that unity together.
I see, that makes good sense.
It makes sense?
That makes good sense. Yes, indeed. For real. Because that brings the unity together. They're always friends first.
Right.
They can actually talk to one another, relate to one another. And to me, to build a friendship really starts with communication.
No doubt.
You have to be able to communicate with the one that you're in a friendship with, a relationship. It's all about communication, even at work. You can't be at work with people and you can't communicate with them. You're not working.
One of the 30 love laws. That's absolutely one of them.
See it.
Absolutely, man. Like if I can't get my point across to you, then that information is null and void.
That's true.
All right, so what does that mean? Like if I have a frustration with you, but I can't express that frustration the way you can get a comprehension as to why I feel the way that I feel.
I see.
You see what I mean? Like we sweep that underneath the carpet, and then it's like, okay, well now let's just live on that other side where the connection between the husband and wife is, okay, I don't want to step on her toes. I don't want to have my toes stepped on. So now we have no resolution.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Right, because we're not getting our points across. Like I'm not expressing myself properly. You're not expressing yourself properly. But why not? Let's talk as friends. Let's get down to the bottom of this thing so we can have a resolution so we can move forward. Right. That's the whole idea.
Without the confusion.
Right. Comprehension.
Because to me, I feel like relationships, again, starts with communication. But what I realize now, a lot of relationships is not going to make it. Right. And there's a reason why I say that. You're not going to make it because you add too much profanity into your relationship. To be honest with you, that's what's going to happen. Because you start in your relationship off being profane to the person that you truly feel for or care for. It doesn't balance out. Like, the reality is you're not going to disrespect and curse at your mother. You're not going to do that because you love your mother, right? So you respect your mother. So if you love and respect your mother, you're going to treat your mother with respect by saying the proper things to your mother in a respectful way. True. Right? True. And communicating with your mother in a respectful way. Right? It's reality, But a lot of relationships don't have the core communication without profanity. I'm hearing it too much, like it's just ridiculous. Right?
Oh man, that's crazy.
These little young brothers and these sisters are talking to one another, to each other, to the same sex, opposite sex is just very, very disrespectful. So it would never grow into anything solid. You see what I'm saying? Because it never had a full line of communication.
That's true.
That is another thing that ties the relationship together, is that form of communication clearly without profanity in a respectful manner. Oh,
absolutely. Man, I was just talking to the sister earlier. I was telling her that me and my wife don't argue. I've known my wife for going on 9 years now, and we haven't had one argument.
That's beautiful. One argument. That's not even one.
Not one, man. And the sister was like, come on, Sinsear. Come on now. How is that? Yeah, how is that possible?
For real.
Now, one of the 30 love laws, it goes to the fact that there is a such thing as disagreement. Now, it's human to disagree, but it's all about how we disagree. Now, I don't argue with my wife because I respect her opinion. I respect her perspective. Now, I've never been a woman, don't know how to be one. I don't have a need or a want to be a woman. I'm very comfortable being a man.
Give thanks, same way. I feel you.
You feel me?
But you gotta allow them to be themselves, for real.
Absolutely. See, my wife is very proficient, and she's an expert in being a woman. So now, with that being the case, I can lean on that expertise. She teaches me how to use my estrogen. I teach her how to use her testosterone. So that's a little bit of biology and chemical understanding to give you balance. That's a key word, brother.
That's
key
what we
word.
need. We got to keep it because that's what they do. They're actually supposed to be your balance. You know?
Right.
They give you the rib business and all that there, but the reality it was your balance. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Because it was your, not saying that you were above or you were under, you were equal. You were equally yoked together.
Right.
You know, and that is what we have to get forward to. Knowing that we can be balanced with the opposite, you know, and that's the key to life, you know, because here's the thing. Once you learn to become balanced between male and female, then you're comfortable totally within yourself.
Right.
You know, you're not really comfortable in yourself until you find that balance, you know.
That's it.
Yeah, that balance has to be there because it's a form of growth. Like, we can't all be children. You know what I'm saying? Some of us have to be adults.
True.
And here's the form of adult. Marriage, commitment, parenting. You know what I mean? All these are form of adulthood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we have to reach them levels again. Higher and higher, higher on them levels for years and years to come. And we have to do that with balancing it out with the opposite. Like, I'm in Atlanta. And it's sad to me, too. It's sad to me, for real, my brother, because I told you before, it's sad to me because we're in Atlanta with so many of us black men and women here, and there's so many people single.
Mm. Yeah.
So many single people in Atlanta.
Brother, I get it.
And it's us here, but we all single. It don't make sense to me.
I get it.
It's literally like, to me, it's some kind of psychological mind thing that's going on with our people. It's the point is we forgetting how to communicate and show genuine love to one another.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To the opposite, to the whole, to the fullness, like I said, male and female. I was raised to a way in my mind state was that I respect the female because I'm a male, right?
Right.
I don't feel like I have to disrespect her, and I don't feel that nothing she could say could make me disrespect her.
Right.
Because I have so much respect for her. You see
it.
what I'm saying? It's just to that high form of respect. Whatever you do would not make me disrespect you because I respect you just that much.
Anything that close to the Creator, man, we gotta respect and love.
Oh my gosh, we have to. Because the fullness is that same woman is our sister, could be our mother, our auntie, you know, our stepmother.
Right.
It could be all of that.
Right.
So the end of the day is we have to respect that because of what they represent.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We lost the value of that in this day and time because we look at each other because of material items. You know what I mean? As opposed to looking for the heart, looking for the love and the beauty in the heart. And in the mind too.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Because they both go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have a beautiful heart, you have to have a beautiful mind.
Right.
Those are the beauties that people possess that are really underrated. You know what I mean?
True.
The beauties of people's heart and the beauties of people's mind. I feel in this day and time we too focus on the beauty of people's outer appearance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that really matters. But at the end of the day, it could never matter. Is it more important than the way a one treats you? Like I say, the most ugliest person is the person that doesn't do something from their heart.
Mm.
You know? That's how you know you're ugly. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do it from your heart.
So
you know
I used to think that way, brother.
Yes, sir.
I used to be that way. It was all about the hips and what was going on.
You know what I'm saying?
Behind the hips and all of that stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. But it's overrated.
But what I learned, when I learned what true beauty was, like I understood, okay, this is only going to take you so far. Like those hips and what's going on behind those hips for childbearing.
True.
Right?
True.
So how you going to build with something and you're only looking at it for a posterior reason?
Right. I see.
Yeah, so you have to elevate your thinking to be able to get to that space. Right? Yeah. So a man's seed is no good without it being able to grow. Right? So if you're not thinking on that level,
true,
then you're already losing in the game.
Yeah, you already losing. It's true. That's
right?
a true story.
So it's getting to that love, it's getting to that energy, it's understanding what's important, and then it's applying yourself in a certain way. Right?
Yeah, man.
So me and my wife's relationship through this book, through doing the research, it feeds others. So my young homies, they ask me questions about it.
Yeah.
So are you really faithful?
Right.
Can you be faithful to one woman? So I'm like, it's not a question for me because I'm living in that space now. So when you understand what's important, what values, what principles you should be abiding by,
True.
the rest of that stuff, it becomes easy. It's not a question anymore. It's only an answer. You become the answer to those questions.
True. Because, you know, once you make a choice, you uphold it anyway. You know, and that's the thing. It's like, that is the portion again of being a man, being a responsible adult, living by what you say you're going to do it, you know? And that makes us complete, you know? And that's what the woman is supposed to really check for anyway.
Right.
To know that you're solid within yourself, you know, you're going to say what you're going to do, what you're going to say, you know? Whatever you say, you're going to do it. That's another point, you know what I mean? Is that makes things real. To a woman, she needs that security.
Right.
To know that regardless the point, whatever you say, you do it, you know what I mean? I can be secure in your word. You know what I mean? And it brings that bond closer to the point that she trusted you. Because as a point too, we don't trust one another the way we really should because of, you know, past incidents with other people in relationships. So we bring that into the next one, thinking, say, well, I ain't let my guard down and these things here. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day is love. Again, like you said, you can't get it with your hand closed. You know what I mean? So in order for you to receive that full love again, you have to be able to open your hand and open your heart.
Right.
Like I'm saying again, to that full connection. So we got to be able to love one another freely without judging one another. You know what I'm saying? You can't judge someone because of what they have materially. You know what I'm saying? But again, true wealth doesn't lie within the material.
Nah.
So you'll miss the whole picture. You know what I'm saying? Chasing for the person with the material because they got the brand new car.
That's it.
You know, and they out there blinging and doing whatever they doing. You know what I'm saying? To give you that image of they really doing something. But the reality of the day is, are they being consistent?
Hey man, we have to address something, man. We really have to address something, man. Like this whole, now I know that four-letter word makes a lot of tough guys feel away. Right?
No doubt. True.
Right. I used to be one of those tough guys that didn't want to talk about love and all of that stuff, because it may take me down a notch on a respect level. Right?
No, but yeah, it's being real though.
Right.
No doubt. I see what you're saying though.
Yeah. You know, it's one of those things, man, that we don't want to talk about because, okay, they may see me a little different. But see, when I understood, okay, when I can have a certain self-love,
True.
I can project that, and it don't affect my manhood one bit.
Right.
So it don't do me no harm to tell his brother I love him.
True.
To tell my wife that I love him. But you have to grow to that point. Because that wasn't a word that I was accustomed to hearing from another man.
Yeah.
So we have to deal with these things. We got to deal with that hurt.
But the reality is that our heart really do love one another.
No doubt.
We're taught to hate one another. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
It's the reality. Like, you know, our heart literally wants to love each other all the while. You know what I'm saying? It's unconditional. But the way we've been taught is to not love one another, is to hate one another, is to fight against ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So again, once we're thinking for ourselves again, we have to love each other.
Yeah, man. It took me years to learn that, bro.
Why are we hating ourselves?
It took me years.
What sense it make for us hating ourselves, to be honest with you? What sense would it ever make for anybody, one of us going out today hating the next brother? Or hating the next sister? It doesn't value anything. But us showing love, because you got to remember that's where we come from, you know. We come from a brotherly love. Y'all forget that. I don't know, y'all need to realize that. We come from a brotherly and sisterly love. That's where we come from. It's a real, genuine love where we treated each other like brothers and sisters. Yeah. You know? This
tribes and villages, man. Yeah. Everything that we needed
was connected.
Came from within. Yeah.
We seen one another. We had to acknowledge one another because we were all connected as family. You know what I'm saying? The original African way is this. You know, say you go to Africa right now. Yeah, you can go to Africa. Go to Africa right now. You ain't got no family, I know you know. Go to Africa right now, right? And then you get there and you communicate correctly with people, build a friendship.
Right.
Right?
No doubt.
Guess what? You're family now.
Right. Right.
That's our genuine way.
Yeah.
Our genuine way is to build a friendship and we become family.
Man, I've had about 3 or 4 brothers of mine here that I've met since being here. Man, coming to Africa with me. We'll take care of you.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's never a problem because in the day they have the land, the resources is there.
That's it. That's it, man.
Yeah.
One of my brothers from Senegal.
Oh, man, that's beautiful.
One from Ghana.
Oh, wow. In Ghana, too?
Yeah,
Oh,
man, Ghana.
See, the thing
Man,
is,
go with me.
they ready. They're
Yeah.
ready. Africa ready for us to really come home and be connected with the land again, you know.
No doubt.
We just have been distracted so long and lost our true, genuine love for the motherland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, and we need to know it's a systematic design.
It's all just
Like, it's not our natural way to be estranged from each other. To see a brother, to see a reflection of myself, but I'm fighting this reflection.
It's taught.
What kind of sense does that
Taught.
make?
It's all taught. We taught to hate one another.
No
We
doubt.
got to get forward to loving one another.
Yeah.
That's the only way we break the curse. Because again, like you were saying earlier, it's all spells, right?
Right. Right.
So it's spelling, you know, right?
Right.
So it's all spells. So we got to break the curse of the spell with the hate for ourselves and add more love. You know what I mean? More respect. And then the levels change. The vibration change. The vibration change when you go out each day and say, peace, my brother.
Yeah.
Peace, my sister. Without apologies to no one. Like right now, we're in Black History Month, right?
Right. No doubt.
Yeah, I know that, right? We're in Black History Month. They get mad at me every time. 365. Yeah, I say it's 366 now. We got leap day. Where you at?
No doubt.
Okay? Stay focused. But anyhow, we in the 29, right?
Right.
29 days of blackness, of greatness right now.
Yeah.
So when I see them, I say, Happy Black History Month.
Right.
People look at me like kind of strange, weird, because it's a weird sound to them. You know,
Right.
them sounds don't even sound like they connect, but it makes sense. But it's hitting somewhere I never. It's like a whipping.
Right.
It's like a brain whipping.
Right.
Happy Black History Month. You
Right.
happy New Year, happy birthday.
Right.
You know,
right.
happy Valentine.
Happy Valentine.
They right there ready to happy Valentine. Hit them with Happy Black History Month on Valentine's Day. Like kind of shocked because they still want to say they happy.
Right.
For everything else, but they ain't happy
Right.
for the Black history. You know what I mean? For the
It's something to
greatness
think
of it.
about.
Yeah, because this is the time we in. We looking at it into the scope of not loving ourselves.
Right.
We want to brush ourselves off to 365, but end of the day, we can't even give our fullness to the 29.
No
Because
doubt.
in the 29, there should be a lot going on for Black people. I mean, we supposed to be organizing something for Black people during the month of Black History Month if we love it so much. We so Black and we so proud.
Right.
Then
Right.
why not we coming together for ourselves, no matter what day they say, we take whatever day we want to work.
Mhm.
Because it's our month and we proud of ourselves.
It's ours.
It's ours. The
Right.
time is ours right now.
That's it.
We want to come together and we want to build right now. We ain't going to wait for the 366 that everybody talking about. They're going to be Black or Black then.
Right.
We dealing with the Black or Black right here, right now.
Right here, right now.
All 2020, right here in this moment, in the
Going
moment
back
before.
to the moment.
Yes,
That's it.
indeed.
Going back to the
Staying
moment.
in every moment dealing with Black or Black history
Yeah.
and loving Black or Black knowledge of self. Because at the end of the day, that's all we come from, you know. Remember, before they stole the African, right, from Africa. He and she were very, very intelligent human beings.
Mm.
Remember I tell you that. I'm going to tell you again.
Taught the
I'm
world.
going to tell them again because I need them to know that. You
Taught
know
the
what I'm saying?
world.
Because they didn't teach you that. But before they stole the African from Africa, he and she were very, very intelligent human beings. And again, stay focused on human, because hue means color. You already know who the man is, okay? Human beings were already very intelligent on this planet, teaching and ruling all over, okay? They already knew that. So the thing now is how they're getting us, because they dumbed us down. They dumbed us down to reading and writing and studying. You know what I'm saying? Gathering knowledge into our brains. You know what I'm saying? Now we gathering all our knowledge into a phone. You see?
That's it.
So what's going to wind up happening, you know, Sinsear, this thing going to get serious, you know, because they still dependent on these little Wi-Fi's and signals, right?
Right.
But what's going to happen is it's all going to go out. Yeah, because it's man-made, right?
So that's why they need these hardbacks.
Yes, they
turn pages.
Turn pages to get back to reality. But what we're going to have to do, the reality is, we're going to have to teach them to use their brains again.
Absolutely. Man means mind. That's the original meaning of the word man.
Remember, I tell you this, you know, you got to get taught to use your brain again, because you ain't been storing anything in it.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Lose it. You're gone.
That's
it's
a
done.
fact.
You don't realize how much things you store into that phone and how much information you're not storing into your brain every day. You don't realize that yet. But I'm going to tell you the truth. One day you will. And when you realize that you need to use this more than you need to use that phone in your hand, it'll get more valuable to you. But right now, it's like, Ross is just talking. We got time. The thing won't be here forever. They got the new phone coming out soon.
Right.
But remember, I tell you this. I'm going to have to teach you how to use your brain again. How to even pick up a pen and write a full sentence. Yeah, because you're not using it. You losing it?
Yeah.
Because you ain't using it.
Yeah. Just think about it.
And these things are going on more and more as time and the space goes along, because we're not staying focused. All knowledge, remember I tell you, is in the book. It said the best way to keep the knowledge from the black man is to put it in a book. You have to ask yourself a question. Why did they say that? Because you don't want to read it. That's why all the knowledge is in the book, and they can keep it from you all day, because you don't want to read what's in the pages of them books. Okay? And once we realize that's our greatest strength, is strengthening our brain, even right here in the West End. Not to change topics, but just true topics, because we're in Black History Month. You got to love yourself.
Time to be real.
Right here in Atlanta, this is the last community we got left in the West End right now, right? Only reason why Atlanta is staying strong right now is two combinations of things that's keeping this Atlanta foundation solid, right?
Right.
One is the knowledge. You have black, intelligent women and men in Atlanta. Very, very intelligent. Going to colleges, high schools, still studying.
Right.
They're still using their brain.
That's it.
On top of that, you also have a lot of black, this is not even talked about on TV, but you have a lot of black brothers and sisters that's locked down in these systems. And they still reading, and they still writing, and they're using their brain. But also on top of that, you have the next element that's keeping the West End here right now is the spirituality. You know, that spirituality that's been carried on from generations on, that brotherly love that's been carried on from generations on, that foundation, that core of respect and community is still here. You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
Yeah, it's only reason why we standing right now. Because if them youth wasn't going to those colleges and studying and becoming great people in this world, we wouldn't be in the state that we are. These people wind up growing up and becoming great people, different positions in life and doing great things, but it's underrated. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not going to big up and realize our own history, because they're not going to tell us it. They want to tell us all their history, but they don't want to tell us the greatness that goes on, that happened right here in Atlanta for us as black people. Martin Luther King was 15 years old when he went to Morehouse College. 15 years old. He couldn't be no dummy with his
Really, I studied this man. That's one of the reasons that I live here now. That's one of the reasons.
The way we carried ourselves in those times there was so much respect. That's why we still here. You see, what we doing, we dragging ourselves down.
Right.
By getting dumbed down to the system, as opposed to realizing that who we really are and where we really come from. Like I said, right now on our streets, it's dirty everywhere. Why? Because we throwing all the trash out there. All the trash in the street right now is us throwing it there.
In our streets, in our hoods.
But we go to other people's hood and we looking for a trash can.
Right, right.
You see the mental whip? So you have to really think for yourself and realize, no, we need to keep our own community clean too. We want better for ourselves. It's only us.
Yeah, that's love, man.
You see what I'm saying?
That's love.
That's love outside of just yourself, but
right.
Love for your community, love for your people, make sure your area is clean. Look out for one another.
Right.
That's love. Just looking out. Sometimes right now people scared to even look out for one another. Just because I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? That's not true love.
Right.
True love is making sure, hold on, how is that person? Anybody know him? Okay, what's going on? Can I help you? Help him out. You never know. Somebody might need your help.
That's it.
But
how about get to know him?
Right, get to know him, you know,
right.
Give him a hand.
Right.
Next thing you know, you could actually help a person.
So, and that's funny that you said that, man. When I moved into the neighborhood that me and my wife lives in now, people would just kind of operate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they would see you, you know, just kind of observe you. But when I started speaking,
mm-hmm.
it's amazing how you can affect the people and the environment around you. Once you raise your vibration and keep it there, mm-hmm. people will start to raise their vibration and meet you there.
Right.
You see what I mean? Right, so now before I get a chance to speak, they're speaking to me. They're speaking to my wife. How your wife doing?
See what I'm saying?
Everything good?
That's what I'm talking about.
So yo, we could do that. Like that's what this love thing is about that me and Rod's talking about.
Yeah, man.
Like it's that self-love. It's pouring into your brother.
And this is the thing too, is not to be disrespected. Love is not to be disrespected.
No doubt.
If you truly love someone, you respect them at all times.
Right.
This is a given. Again, I tell you, you can't get love without respect. They go together. But you can't disrespect someone if you truly love them.
Mm.
For instance, if I love my brother, I can't disrespect his woman. There's no respect. You see what I'm saying? For the brother, if I truly love the brother, I got to love him and his wife, his children, the family, everyone. You see what I'm saying? Because that's genuine love.
Oh, man, that's big.
We've been taught in this Babylonian way. Nowadays, these dudes don't even realize what a friend truly is and what friendship truly is. You know what I'm saying? Women don't even realize what friendship truly is. You don't have to be with a woman physically to be her friend. You know? You don't have to physically be with a man to be their friend.
Shoot, brother, let me drop this question on you, man.
Okay, let's get to it,
since you went there with respect.
Let's go, man.
Is it possible for me to respect myself if I don't respect you?
No.
Is that even possible?
No. No way possible. That's real, though.
Going back to that, I got to give to receive. So if I respect myself, like it's an unwritten rule that I'm going to respect my brother.
That's real. That's real. Got you. Because that's the reality of it. And you feel the connection of it. Because, again, in order for love to be pure, you have to be truthful with it. You know? You have to be genuine with it. You have to respect it to the fullness and be pure and honest with it. It's such a beautiful thing when you deal with love. Love is like a form of freedom.
Oh, man.
You know? It's a form of freedom because hate now is a form of captivity.
Right.
Remember I tell you these things now.
Low frequency.
Yeah, when you're hating someone, that's a form of captivity. Like you said, the low frequency.
Yeah.
But loving someone is freedom. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's big.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, that's big, man. I became more free when I learned how to love. Connecting with my wife, that's freedom.
True.
It's crazy how we express ourselves when we talk about love.
Mm-hmm.
Like we say, oh, that's the old ball and chain.
Right.
or I'm locked down. You know what I mean? I'm as free as a bird. My wife respects my freedom and allows me to be who I naturally am, and vice versa.
For real.
And it's not even that she has to allow it. I am what I am, and when you come in and you connect with somebody, like it's a natural compliment.
That's true.
So nothing is being taken away, only added to. Right? So now there's an addition to my freedom based on the connection that I have with my wife.
I see what you're saying.
Based on the connection that I have with you. That's an addition to my freedom.
That's true.
So now, not only am I free to roam in my space where I live, I'm free to roam over here too. That's an addition.
Right.
It's a compliment.
I see that.
You see what I mean?
That's real.
So that's the building element, folks.
Right.
That's what we got to get back to. That's what we're from.
Because it's the oneness.
No doubt.
Again, like you said, it's all balance. You're coming together to balance each other in a oneness and secure one another. You know.
Word.
So it basically what it does is it makes everything so much freer because now you have no worries. See, you know, anxiety and all them things don't exist. I bet you might be going through anxiety right now.
Nothing.
I bet, you know.
Nothing. She just want me to be safe.
You know.
Be safe, make it back.
You know, it's just,
you know. We got more to build.
Exactly, because the mind is free.
Right. Right.
Not just the body, the mind too. It's just knowing that that love is secure, so I don't have to worry.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a great form of security.
Oh, no doubt.
You know, that ones forget
that
that's the major thing. See, time and space don't matter.
Yeah.
Again, what does matter is the thought and the energy of love that someone gives you. Because they don't have to give it to you.
No doubt.
A lot of us right now don't even know we're really living off the prayers of our grandparents and great-great-greats and great-great-greats and great-great-greats. That's what I call them. They all great or great-great-great.
Oh, absolutely.
But differently, though, those prayers is what's really got us here right now.
Oh, man, I'm thankful to my grandma right now because I know I wouldn't be.
Trust me, they've been unslaughtered. It took us out a long time. It's only the prayers of, but you know, most of our parents, people don't realize history. You know, they get caught up in this whole little foolishness. I promise you, but don't read a book. Ask them to crack a book, they scared to crack it. Right. Roll on differently, though. My point is saying that the timing of our people were always Bible people. If you check our history, most of our families were into Bibles. You know what I'm saying? Into actually studying the Bible and the Word. Right. So they walked around with the Word. Now the Word is whatever they want it to be tomorrow and the next day.
Right.
But we were all in tune on the Word. And the Word was good.
Right.
Because you got to remember the words. You can get caught up and watch these people madness and forget the trueness of the Word. The Word was always good. You know, the Bible itself stands for the whole Word or the whole truth. Right? Holy. Right? Holy means the whole thing. It's like this whole bottle of sorrel, right, and ginger. This whole bottle is holy. It's wholly full, right? That's holy.
Good, by the way.
Give thanks, right?
No doubt.
That's not wholly full. Moon jug water right now is not holy, right? That's not holy. You see that? That's not holy. But it's still a good drink, and we're not going to say it's not holy, it's just not wholly full.
Right.
All right, let's stay focused. But my point is, that's what it meant, the whole. Bible means the Word, the truth, right? So it's the whole truth. It's the whole word of the truth.
No doubt.
So what we learning from the word of the truth? Because we defend the truth. Because I was young, that's what got me to where I am right now. It was the truth.
Word.
I promise you it was the truth. They wonder, how you get this? It was the truth. They said, how? The truth. Say it again. The truth got me here. How did the truth get you? Because the truth set me free.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for truth, I wouldn't be where I am today. It's just that standing on the truth kept me on a solid ground.
Right.
Kept me focused on reality. People say they're conscious in these things, but conscious to me always was being aware. You worry about this and that. Conscious was being aware. What's around me? What's going on? How that's going? How that's moving? Where we need to be? How we get there? You looking on the device. You don't even want to be aware of what's going on. You say you conscious, but you ain't aware of nowhere you at. Differently though, my point is saying is that truth is what freed me and kept me on solid grounds, what departed me from all kind of stuff. You know, when you're dealing with truth, you can't get caught up in the mix-up. You know?
Right.
You know, you only get caught up in the mix-up when you're not dealing with truth. Truth will kind of set you totally apart from a whole bunch of stuff. They'd be like, "Yeah, why he ain't involved in all that?" He just dealing with the truth. The truth is, you already know the foundation is love.
No doubt.
So you've been rolling with the truth and building with the truth, strengthening the truth all the while. But people think that they're going to get away with anything out of truth. It's not going to work. Like, the truth has always been the foundation to anything. 2 plus 2 is always going to be 4. Right? That's the truth.
True.
You can believe what you want to believe. But the truth still going to be the truth. No matter if a grown person tell it or a little child come up and tell you, "Nope, that's 4. It's still the truth. You see what I'm saying? So somebody, but somebody got defended though.
Yeah.
But I tell you, somebody got to defend the truth. A lot of y'all don't want to defend the truth no more. You know, you think what you see on TV is the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's not the truth. You know what I mean? The truth is always going to be the truth no matter who tell it. And that's where we got to get to. We got to get back to what's real, what's really true. A lot of things we've been taught was never the truth anyway. It never was the truth. So you really defending something that was never truth anyway, like Christmas, Valentine,
right?
You know,
Columbus Day,
Thanksgiving, you know, 4th of July. Right. You know what I'm saying? All these holidays was never the truth anyway. Right. George Washington, none of this was never the truth anyway. For us as a people, it never was the truth, but the truth to us, honestly, we never been told. You know, because you see how the hunter is hunting the lion, and he goes out with his big gun to hunt the lion, so you hear the story of the hunter, but you never hear the story of the lion himself, the one that's being hunted. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's our truth.
One-sided perspectives, man.
Yeah, our truth never really been told from us, from our perspective. You know, how we truly, genuinely love one another and should love one another. Not just because we family, because we defend truth. You know? And that truth set us free till we can love one another.
No doubt.
You see what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Because no matter what, I know my brother Sinsear is going to be carrying love with him. He's going to be defending love. And that's truth. You feel me? And that's truth that we all need to be spreading. Yeah. You know? Yeah. Love has always been the truth, you know? That's another thing too. Love is the truth. Hate is a lie. You know what I'm saying? Right. But love is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Everything outside of love is really not the truth. Yeah. Imagine that. For you to love anything, you should love love first. You know what I'm saying? And always. So that's what we are. We love and putting love back into ourselves and onto each other. Because you got sisters out there, you got brothers out there, so as you got family out there. Because remember, again, I told you we were spiritual beings, right? Most of our families come from spiritual backgrounds. So all of them was really Bible praying people, right? So they all called each other brothers and sisters. You see, that was a natural thing. Natural. That was nothing we just made up because we knew the history of it. We knew the history that we were all children of the Most High. So if you're children of the Most High, we have to be brothers and sisters.
Makes sense. Ain't the only explanation, man.
That's when the word become a living soul. That's when the word become real again. You know what I'm saying? You have to emulate that real love for your brother and for your sister as in you have to yourself. You know? And that's what this is about. Just coming back to just loving each other. We're getting far, far away from it.
Right.
It's to the point is I'm seeing less and less love of us together and freeing up the love. Yeah, people are scared to even be coupled up in love. That's why I love to see you and your wife together like y'all be doing, man.
Yeah, brother, we represent something, man.
That's so beautiful, man, because y'all always together as a couple and showing love like that to one another.
Right.
Man, that's beautiful. And it's rare. Is as we're living in Atlanta right now, to actually see not that many black couples together showing love to one another. It's really, really, really hard.
Oh man, it's big, man, because one of the reasons why we wave our flag like we do is because when I was putting together this book, some of the couples would say, listen, we love our life the way that it is. So if we can make an agreement, when you get this information, when you get everything that you need for that book, just make sure to put it out there in front of people so they see the power of it.
I see
Right? Because we love our life the way that it is, so we gonna sit here and do what we do, but you young, you got the energy, so you make sure to put it out there and represent it properly. So that was the deal that I made with some of the couples that I sat down with and was able to learn from to compile the information that I have in that book.
I see. That's good. That's deep.
So that was a charge, man, and I take it proudly, man, myself and the wife. So man, when things are happening the right way, man, you get the right vibration, you get the right things around you, you get the right people rooting for you. You ain't got time to pay attention to haters because they don't matter. Like, it's a lower frequency. So when you live up here, what's going on down here don't matter. Like, it don't even register on your radar.
I feel you on that. That's real.
You see what I mean? The only reason why hate even exists is to prove that love does.
Deep. That's real.
You see what I mean?
Speak on that again. I love that.
Right?
That's real.
The only reason that hate exists is to prove that love does. So there's universal principles, and one of them is the principle of polarity, right?
True.
So the lower vibration, it only exists to prove that there's a higher vibration. So when you understand how to prioritize that, then you understand that, okay, this down here doesn't matter. This is what does. So it's a higher vibration that matters.
That's true. It's definitely. That's real, though. It's the only vibration that shouldn't matter because you're vibrating higher each and every day. You know what I mean? By keeping the thoughts pure,
No doubt.
you're keeping the vibration high. You know? By creating negative thoughts lowers the vibration.
Right.
So as long as the vibration is high and it's pure, because this is the thing now that you have to form within the mind. You have to train the mind to carry pure thoughts. I know it's hard. I don't think it's easy. Trust me, it ain't easy.
Right.
But you got to train the mind to carry pure thoughts. Because the pure thoughts is what's going to lift the mind and the soul and the spirit up. It's only pure thoughts. It's going to lift the vibration of everything up by carrying pure thoughts. People forget the power of these things. This is like 7 senses, that 8th, 9th senses that we have, you know. But this is a good one to practice.
Right.
It's pure thoughts. Because it's not easy. I mean, we living in a place where the thoughts is carried so low.
Oh, man.
You know, so low.
Yeah, it's not easy because you have a lot going on around you, right? So if you're in an environment that's looking to marginalize your greatness, tell you that you're less than what you actually are, there's always a battle going on until you truly understand who and what and why you are. And then you know how to discern, okay, this energy is lower than the energy that I prefer to be in.
Right.
Right. So let me make sure to stay away from that or keep it in its proper place.
Because it's again, you're gonna follow the truth.
No doubt.
When you see that it's not dealing with the truth, you can't focus on it or give it energy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Because only the truth is really gonna lift the vibrations higher. Yes, indeed. Once again, it's on the Thank Champs. I'm here with my good brethren, Sinsear. We're about to go in to what his mission is here in this time. Yes, indeed, my brother.
All right, brother. It's simple for me, man. My mission is just to lead by example. All right. So what does that mean? That mission is elevating the minds of the people. What I've learned over time is that having a low vibration, it doesn't serve myself or the community. So we're teaching people how to raise that vibration. This is one of the tools I use to do that. So I do that through workshops. I do that through spending time with young brothers and sisters in a father figure, big homie type role. And we're taking them to the next level. Like a lot of these youth, women, children, parents, brilliant, great thoughts, great creativity, but they just don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to angle it to get a result.
That's good.
So we're working with them, man. We're giving them the tools that they need, man. I've had success at every level. So I don't care if we're talking in the hood, I don't care if we're talking military, corporate America, and now going back to being able to be self-sustaining, myself and my wife, as an entrepreneur. Like it's all the same thing. It all requires the same muscle. It requires the same mind. So you just need to understand how to direct it to be able to get results. So that's what we teaching, man.
So my thing is, I want to ask you a question about your entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
How did you start, and what made you start?
Oh man, corporate America made me start.
Really.
I got tired of people calling shots for me. I got tired of folks being in position to where I had to answer to them.
Right.
So I cut everybody off.
Yeah, that's right.
Now that led me to some nights sleeping in the back seat of my car.
Okay,
but I needed that grind. Like I needed to actually be hungry.
Right.
To take it to the next level.
Take it to the next level.
To take it to the next level, man. And that's what I've been doing, man. I've broken that out into different streams based on purpose, gift, and talent. Right. So I started off writing a number of years ago, which made me a poet. So that was one of the ways I learned to relax myself and use my creative ability. But from being a poet, it taught me the patience to be able to write. So I went from being a poet now to being an author. And now from that, I took this information in the book, and I became a holistic relationship coach.
Positive.
Right. So
speak on that, because that's beautiful in itself. Yeah. A holistic relationship coach.
Absolutely.
So speak on that for me right quick. How does that work now?
All right. So we're gonna break down holistic first, because a lot of people, they see it from the certification that you can get online and all of that kind of stuff. But I'm speaking holistic, like our ancestors were whole people. They were holistic people with a W. So what that means is that we break down into three separate things that are actually one thing: with spirit, mind, and body. Right? So that's this human existence that we're living. And everything is a relationship. Like your relationship with your spirit determines your relationship that you're gonna have with other people.
I see.
Right? So if you don't have a love for self, it's impossible for you to love me properly, for you to love your children properly, for you to love your whatever.
That's real.
So I teach people what that means and how to get to it. Right?
Yeah, man. That's very, very valuable.
And we break that down, man. Yeah,
that's very, very valuable.
Make it simple.
At the end of the day, is to in tune yourself with who you are and love for self first, so you can love the others.
Absolutely.
But the key is to being able to love others.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love that, my brother.
Yeah.
That's positive. But yes, indeed. So, how long did it take you to finish the book?
Man, it took 15 years of patience, man. I had to. Yeah, 15 years, man. I had to do a lot of research, man. I had to sit down with some thought leaders, some therapists, and spiritual leaders, and people that have been in long-lasting relationships, man. The eldest couple that I had a chance to sit with, man, they were together for 60 years last year.
60 years they've been together.
Yeah, 60 years, man.
That's beautiful.
Last year,
that's a beautiful.
bro, that's beautiful. That's 6 decades, man.
Wow.
Sure, a lot of people don't live that long.
Wow, that's a beautiful thing. So what was that main core that keeps them together?
Man, it's for them, like it goes back to those foundational principles, man, that I put in on the front side of the book. So I give you 2 of the 3. We already talked about love being described as an emotional process. So of course that's one.
Right.
You'll find that in the dictionary. But one of the core things that they gave me is the friendship element. Right, so they're friends. So it's one of those things the way they say, shoot, you know, I can sit back on the rocking chair with this dude or with my wife being beside me and be just as fulfilled as any other thing I could be doing with my life at that time. And I just saw that as a beautiful thing, man. Because just think about that, man. You having one person in your life that you can sit right next to, have a glass of lemonade with, and just talk about old times. That's a special process, man.
That is very special, man. Beautiful too.
Yeah.
Because it's that form of unity and that peace too. That's a beautiful peace that they have amongst each other.
Right.
To be able to be with each other in a time and space for 60 years.
60.
And still be able to sit with, like you said, a glass of lemonade and sit there and talk about old times like it was just yesterday.
Yeah.
And they experienced them times together because it's still, again, they had those moments.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. So, and they went through the process. One of the biggest things that I do want to point out, man, is that what a lot of the couples told me is that it wasn't easy, but when they understood themselves to a certain point, now I can give my wife, I can give my husband the love that they need based on me understanding myself better. So what they were actually doing was teaching each other about each other. Yeah, so that's how they made it to the 60 years. So it's like, if you don't have somebody that you could be that friend with, it's not going to last. Now the intimate level, that goes up, that goes down, just like the emotional level. But when you got somebody that you can just sit and have a conversation with, you can vibe with, that's another level to your relationship.
Yeah, that's priceless. For real, that is priceless. You can't buy that, you know?
No doubt.
For real. That's beautiful, man. Just to even hear that they've been together that long. So now, even couples that basically just got together, you build with them too, that had just gotten married, different situations.
No, actually, with this book, like I wanted to focus on the longevity of the relationship. Like I wanted to know exactly what that looked like. Because there were couples that I came across that I wasn't able to use the information because you can tell that some people are together based on obligation, based on the fact that they've been together for so long. I got children. We had these assets together, so we're together for the stuff, or for the things that we created, but we don't really enjoy being together. So I didn't want to go into that bad.
I see what you're saying.
Like my focus was on the happy, long-lasting relationship. How do they do it?
That's beautiful.
And that's what I focus on for the book, man.
Great book, man. Great book. Great read.
Yeah.
Man, I'm thankful, man, to even have you on the show, man, because this is something that ones need to really look into, you know, and study, because it's a guideline. I like how you put it and you wrote it, because it becomes a guideline to people's relationship, you know? And those laws really line things up, my brother, really and truly, it really does, because it helps the mind think in a box that normally you wouldn't.
Appreciate that, bro.
Yes, I did. I appreciate you, man. Great works, man. For real,
no doubt.
Because it's needed, man. This day and time, anything that's going to uplift the vibration higher, where we can stick together and able to work things out, to communicate and realize that the friendship is worth more than that.
Shoot, no doubt, man. I needed it, bro. I was screwed up, man.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna be 100.
No doubt, no doubt. It's
so I'm gonna be 100, man.
Thanks,
So the stuff, man, that I was getting into and not having my mind right led me to a divorce and all of that stuff, man. Just being out here.
True.
But at a time, man, like when you understand what it is to be a man, you figure, okay, well, what am I doing and why am I doing what I'm doing? Like it comes to a self-revelation time where it's like, okay, what am I really doing with this time?
Right. True.
You see what I mean? Okay. And then you get to a point where it's like, I got to make this time count or it never will.
True.
Yeah,
and that's the real time.
Word.
That's when time really get real, you know?
That's it, man. When you take a long look at that self in the mirror, man, it's like, man, who is this dude?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
This cat whack, man.
Because like the brother was saying, it's good to look in the future, you know?
What up?
Look into the future of your own life, you know what I'm saying, and see where you're going and see where you want to go. Don't limit yourself to just right now. You know what I'm saying? Look into your future, where you want to go and where you want to see yourself, you know? And I suggest you look into seeing yourself with someone that you want to be with, you know?
Word.
Yeah, look into that because you have to make it a reality. You know, you can't wait for it to happen. You got to make it happen.
Hey, no doubt, man.
Love is not a feeling just like that. It's something, it's an action.
Right.
You have to actually do it.
It's a spiritual process. It's a mindset.
All that.
All that.
But the whole thing is you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Not stop it, but free it up.
Right.
Because it's a free energy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you said, it's a wave still. But it's the good wave to ride.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the love, frequency of love is the best level to be on in the planet. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
To be able to adapt to that level because it's all over the world. Ones are loving each other, you know. We ain't limited love. Like love is only here, you know. Love is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You know what I'm saying? So
shoot, man, trust it, man. I've been everywhere looking for it.
You know what I mean?
For a minute, man. For real. Hey, man,
that's true.
Hey, bro, I get all the time, man. Like, why? How can you be in Atlanta, man, and be married?
True. Wow. Like that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, that's the vibe, though.
Yeah.
It seems that way. Like no one's married in Atlanta. Everybody's single.
Yeah. But it's a lonely place, man.
It's not good because it's not building a solid foundation.
Right.
Like again, it's never going to build anything. It's only on build. Again, people forget that the unity and the fullness of being fruitful, you know. It's like people forget that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we living in a seedless society right now.
For real.
Yeah, it's a microwave seedless society right now. But differently though, people forget that the fruitfulness of life, you know what I'm saying? They look back in time, they say, wait, our people had 17, 14, 12, 8 children, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then we number it down now to like, people don't even want 1 or 2. Women say, I'll give you 1, maybe 2, that's the max, a boy and a girl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That whole mind state of the whole fruitfulness of being together is like you feel, say, you're scared to commit and build something with someone because you don't know the trust in that person.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you got trust in yourself. It ain't that you're trusting in the next person. You got trust in yourself. You got to look into self first. You ain't looking at the next person. What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? To bring that to the table. It ain't the next person is one.
See, that's exactly what I'm teaching people. Like how to look inside yourself for the answer.
Right.
Like two of the guiding laws inside of the 30 love laws is you are the problem, and the very next law is you are the solution.
That's deep.
So it's looking inside yourself for the answers, and then you get the answers on the outside of you. Right? So I had to become whole first for me to be able to meet my wife.
Right.
So I had to do something first. I had to go through a process first. Right? So when my
that's the work in itself.
That's it.
That's the work in itself. You have to work on self first in order to accomplish the next part. Because the next part is working there too.
Right.
So both parts have to work on self to get to that part to loving the next and building that solid foundation.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just that truth, you know, and we have to realize that we're not perfect.
No
This society that's going on right now is everything is perfect to true television. You know what I mean? They got everything was got to be so perfect.
Right.
So people don't realize that there's mistakes out here, and people have to make them.
It's human.
And we have to learn from them mistakes.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And build from the mistakes.
That's it.
And we have to learn to perfect things.
Right.
Just because it ain't perfect don't mean we can't make it perfect. Right?
No doubt.
And to make it perfect might take time.
Right.
It might not just happen right now.
It's a building process.
It's a building process.
Yeah.
But it can happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but just because it's not right now, don't mean it can't happen. That's the power of thought. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you can really think a thing and see the reality that it can actually happen. You know? By making it happen.
Brother, what you're talking about is still, to this day, we got pyramids that stand. And we still haven't been able to replicate that design still in 2020.
Exactly.
So that's what we're talking about. We can build on that level, on every level.
Every level.
So when the young homies ask me, big homie, how do you end up being single, or how do you end up being married here in Atlanta? I said, well, because I was single in Atlanta, and I know what that feels like.
True.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm more fulfilled being with my wife than I was being single.
I see what you mean.
Right?
Yeah, no doubt.
So now I'm whole, and I'm with a whole woman. When I was fragmented, I needed many. So when you're broken and fragmented, you need something to match that brokenness. So that's why you need all of those other personalities and energies and stuff, because you broken yourself. You in pieces.
I see what you're saying.
So you need different pieces. We even call them side pieces.
Right, that's what they call it. Side pieces.
You see what I mean?
It's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So anything on the side, that's not the main meal. You see what I mean?
Right.
So it's either a side.
There's a side dish. Yeah, it's not the main
And then when
course.
you put the side and pieces together, but anyway, when you become whole, then all you need is that reflection of yourself.
I see what you're
So
saying.
now I can be happy and be faithful and be committed.
And be committed into one complete whole.
No doubt.
I love that.
No doubt.
I love that. And that's a beautiful thing, because that's the fullness of coming into that complete balance of wholeness of one.
Right.
You know, in the scriptures it says, when a man leaves his mother and his father, he clings on to his wife. Right.
Right.
And it says they come together and they become one flesh. Right.
No doubt.
So that's the fullness. The flesh becoming one by mind, spirit, and soul.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Everything connects in one to bring everything into one. And once you ride on that frequency, you are whole.
Oh, that's real, man. Like if I'm talking on the phone, like if I'm speaking on the phone to my wife, I could tell within 5 or 6 seconds when something is not right with her, because I can feel the vibration.
That's
through the phone. You see what I mean? So much less when she's in front of me. She don't even have to say what it is, that I can feel when something's not right, when something is right.
When something is right. Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's true. I know that's real. And that's that vibration of that high frequency riding on.
Word up.
When you connect it. And you know, that's the heights of it too, when you can really connect telepathically. Because people look at it as intuition and all those things there, but it really is telepathic communication. When we're communicating on vibrations before they phone, that's why they got the phone, telephone. It's from our telepathic communication, us coming on our original heights. But these are things we always did and were connected to, and especially to the ones that we were spiritually and soully connected to.
Right.
You know, where you can connect from the vibration of what's going on with them, if they need this, if they need that, you know. what's going on, like the same vibration you have, because you're connected on that high vibration.
That's it.
So that's
That's
a beautiful
it, man.
thing.
That's a higher bond, man.
Yes, indeed, and that can't be broken. That's there forever. You know
No
what I'm
doubt.
saying? That's why people stay together so long, too, because they're on that vibration together. They know that they can communicate with one another. You know what I'm saying? And it's real, and it's genuine, and we have to value these things.
So we have to, man.
Yeah.
Because that's really what it is value.
It really is.
Yeah.
So, again, I wanted to mention also about, you know, like I said, we're living in a different time, but, you know, as brothers, be more wiser in this day and time to know, you know, how we should respect and treat women. You know, we were always raised that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of young brothers never was really raised to the point of how to love and respect a woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, in the younger generation, I feel that they have to realize that you have to respect their sister as your sister.
Right.
You can't disrespect her in these negative terminologies. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
In order to build a relationship with her.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're disrespecting yourself.
Ah.
Like it has to go back to that. Like you are disrespecting a portion of yourself, and when that becomes okay,
True.
like that's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
I see it.
Like you are breaking yourself down. Like literally, that's what you're doing.
I see what you mean. It's true. But you're uplifting yourself by uplifting the woman.
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Because this is something that's needed to know, because I feel that a lot of you feel that they're going to get to know someone by disrespecting them. And it never really works that way. You know what I'm saying? You get to know someone by respecting them. Like, again, you don't go to a job disrespecting the job. People figure you're going to get the job. You know what I mean? You don't go in there and just be totally disrespectful and figure you're going to get the highest position job.
No doubt.
Right?
Yeah.
Same way.
But that's what we're looking for, as if that's a possibility.
Right. So I say to the young brothers, respect the sisters, man. If you really want to get to know them and build something solid, and you're looking for something solid, get to the point of you respecting them first. You know what I'm saying? Get to that point again, because then it gets to the point, like you said, they can become friends again.
Yeah.
They get to, you know, become that couple again where they can, you know, respect and learn from one another. Because, like I'm telling you, I see some disrespectful stuff out in the streets, my bro.
Wow.
I see them, man, grab women, all kinds of things. They getting choked out and they beating up women and all kinds of men, you know.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be the woman they with, but that's the vibration they on. They on a fight each other type vibration.
So as if they don't have a mother.
Right. I said, why? But then the amount of profanity. The amount of profanity that's coming out both of their mouths. To the point is one might jump out this and one then start walking. You see them walking down the street, wonder what happened.
Right.
They jumped out the car. So it's like to the point because there was no form of communication. You know what I'm saying? And they were already on that vibration of arguing and cursing. You know what I'm saying? Disrespecting one another. So it never built to nothing but more of that.
See, I'm glad that you said that. Because that's one of the things, man, that I focus on. Like whether I'm getting into a workshop or whether I'm working with youth specifically with how to express yourself. See, I use language as a tool, right?
Yeah.
So when you are aware of how to express yourself properly, then that takes away the frustration that you can't say exactly what you're feeling. So you don't have to express yourself with these or now I'm going to resort to cursing you out.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you curse somebody else, that curse can actually boomerang. So you got to be careful.
That's true.
Right?
Yes, indeed.
So when you speak it in curses, and you the originator of the curse, right? True. And if you reap what you sow, true. There's a cause and effect.
Right, true.
Where do you think that curse gonna end?
Right, right back at you. For real.
Yeah, so you gotta be careful. So I teach how to express. So now you know how you feel. You can put words to it, You can elevate your thought process and your language to be able to get a result.
True. Because it's really correcting the word sound, you know?
Yeah.
Gaining the right word sound, saying the right thing out your mouth. Because, again, you have 2 eyes, you have 2 ears, you have 1 mouth. That means you're going to hear things 2 different ways. You're going to see things 2 different ways. But you only have 1 way to speak it and live it.
Right.
So when we get to the knowledge of knowing self and knowing self, we have to balance out the things that we say out of our mouth. You know what I mean? Cherish that. Because these are jewels too, you know. It's like Christ was in certain places at times, and he used to tell them, say, look, I can't cast my jewels onto the swine. He couldn't give it to them. The jewels was the knowledge, the wisdom, the word.
That's it.
But they didn't want that. They said, no, I can't. You know, they want the swine.
Right.
So he couldn't cast his jewels onto the swine. He couldn't give it to them. You know? It wasn't ready for it.
So brother, you said something, man, that was big. You talked about the two ears, the 2 eyes, and I break it down to my youth and the folks that I teach just like this. You're supposed to listen and observe 4 times as much as you speak. So as much as I speak, just imagine how much I listen to, how much I read and observe in order to be able to speak something of value.
True. That's real. Yes, I love that. That's indeed. Because you have to think before you speak. You have to think before you do.
No doubt.
I think that should be the lesson today, on top of everything else. But think before you speak, and think before you do. Because that will line things in balance again. That will put a great black where it needs to be. If you're thinking before you do something, and if you're thinking before you speak something, that will put you right in line where you need to be with controlling yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because in this day and time, which is happening a lot every day, people are doing things before they thought about it.
Absolutely.
They saying a bunch of stuff and they ain't thought about nothing they said.
So we're backwards, man.
Totally back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the value to keep as the first jewel of self is to think before you act and think before you speak.
So I'm gonna break that down holistically, right?
Yes, sir.
So thought is connected to spirit.
True.
Right. So we're gonna break it down in a
Thought,
a 3-way tier: spirit, mind, body. Right. So your thoughts come directly from your spirit. It's an energy that creates thought.
True.
Right. Now, spirit originally means breath. Right. And breath is nothing but energy.
Right.
All right. So when you get that thought, it's going to translate from the spirit to the mind. Right. The mind is where you get feeling. Right.
Okay.
So if you're out of order and you see something, you observe something, something happens to you, you're reacting from the conscious mind, which is less than the spirit.
I see.
Right.
Yes.
So you're not starting at the highest version of yourself. You're already starting at a lower version of yourself, so you get a low rate result. Now you're down to the physical element, which is where the action or the manifestation happens. Right?
I see.
So now when you flip the world to its correct priority, and then you're in control of your thought, you're in control of that energy, that program, is going to tell you what to do with that feeling that you get.
True.
That goes to your conscious mind and then acts itself out.
Right, that's what you see that. Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, truly. Yeah.
So there's a process there when you understand how you actually operate as a holistic being to be able to get the best result on a repeated basis.
I see.
I don't care what we're talking about. Love is just another example of that.
Right, truly. That is real though, and all across the board. balance into the same thing.
Yeah.
Because you're processing the thought first.
Absolutely. Properly. Now some psychologists may say, or some therapists say, okay, you think, you feel, then you rethink. Right, before there's an action. But the purest thought is the very first thought.
True.
Like, have you ever said, man, I should have went with my first mind?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You had that regret that you didn't go with whatever your first thought was. Why? Because that's the purest thought.
True.
That's your direct line from the Creator.
True.
Right?
Right.
So as long as there's not an abundance of dysfunction or what have you, that first thought is going to be your purest.
I see what you're saying.
Right. So as long as the world is not upside down and all of that stuff, and you're not just feeling first, then that first thought, that's the one that you should go with. So
right.
So a lot of us, man, we don't know that because we've been taught how to think.
Right, how to think.
What to think.
Right, and feel.
Right, no doubt.
Because so many people right now are feeling something but not acting on it. It's a lot of that. I hear that out there a lot. I'm feel this, I feel that. Well, I feel. You feeling all day, you feeling all night, you ain't do nothing.
Right.
You still feeling about it? You ain't gonna act on nothing you feel all day?
Right.
I
Hey,
felt
man,
like
crazy.
going outside. No, so you didn't go then because you still felt what you was feeling.
Right.
You never act on nothing because you still felt and feel it. But the reality is we got to get back to that.
Yeah, no
Acting,
doubt.
again, off that first thought.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the spark. That's the truth. Like you said, that's the higher connected energy to that one creative power.
No doubt.
That gives you that first thought that really guides you the right way anyway. We fight against it and second guess it by feeling, and like you said, then they want you to rethink it again.
Right.
So now you're in the process of not letting something flow in its natural state.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And just riding with it.
How you gonna outthink the Creator?
Right.
You got a direct line to the Creator.
Yeah.
You got to use that.
Yeah, man.
Because if you don't use it, you lose it, just like your mind.
Yes, indeed. For real.
And there is a such thing as dementia and all of this stuff. Why? Because we're not training our minds. We're not exercising our minds. We're not exercising those thoughts.
True.
So you lose it.
It's true.
Like your body will turn against you.
Right. It's true. And why try to reinvent the wheel?
No doubt.
Why not just roll with it?
It's an organic process.
You know?
Right.
Just roll with
It's
it,
an
man.
organic
Don't
process.
try to reinvent it. Let it flow.
Right.
Because that's what's going to free things up. Letting that organic process flow because it's all natural.
Yeah.
It's a natural process. Letting that natural process flow without it being crossed over and swayed by something different from what it is.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? And carrying pure thoughts.
Pure thoughts, man. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Raising your vibration and trusting that.
True.
That's where love lives.
True.
That's where your highest level of creativity lives.
True.
Like you gotta live in that. Like you gotta ride that wave, man. It's there for you.
That's true, man.
Like they're your thoughts. They're directly connected to the Creator, and that's where I live. Like that's where I live. Like whatever comes to that mind, I'm just obedient to it.
I know that's right. Yes, indeed. Well, tell them how they can find you with your book, my bro.
Well, there's a few different ways, man. I move these things out the trunk like Master P used to back in the day, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I go with that. Like you can find these joints over here. You can find the 30 Love Laws in Lithonia, Georgia, in Atlanta, at a spot called the Black Dot Cultural Center and Bookstore. My brother has them over there, and for those of you that are not in the Atlanta area, on Amazon, the 30 Love Laws, Derek T. Clark, aka Sinsear. Yeah.
Give thanks, my brother, for coming out, Bill.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Yes, indeed, my pleasure.
It's family business right here. So we got to make it happen.
All family, yes, indeed. Peace and blessings to all, and how we ended tonight is one perfect black love, man. Peace and blessings, man. And always remember, man, God bless Mama Africa and all her beautiful, beautiful children. Peace and blessings, y'all.
Peace of love.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. One more time,
Yes,
family.
indeed. Give thanks.